Hi, my name is Wendy Ologe, and I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. Welcome to the flat sale wait list of Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge. Now, a lot of people are wondering, why am I here? What is the flash sale about? Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. 4 years ago, we started what we call the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge, a movement in which we have used to counter the kind of sex conversation that is out there. Over the years, I've heard parents teach children, here is your public part, don't allow anybody to touch your private part. And some of those conversations are wrong. So we started the movement called Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge. And then every year, we go a step not further to share different concepts of sex. One of the things I would have learned over the years is that parents think that sex conversation is about the mechanics of sex, but it's not. It is much, much more than that. So this year, we are, going on with another new set of conversation on sex conversations again. Now, you are in the flash sale because you have opted to join the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge, but you want to meet up with the flash sale on Wednesday. So come Wednesday, we're opening up the registration and we're opening it up with a flash sale. The price to be able to come into the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge is 15,000 naira. But for that flash sale between 12 noon and 2 p.m., we're going to be opening up the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge for that one-time flash sale. That's why it's a flash. So it's going to come in a flash. So you get to pay 299 naira only instead of 15,000. Translation, you get to pay $3 instead of $15. Now, let's step it down, a bit more. Apart from you just getting access to joining the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge, paying virtually, nothing compared to how much the original fee is, you get 2 guides. We've created 2 different guides called Guided Fingers and Guided Hands. We created the Guided Fingers is a conversation for mothers, right, what you're supposed to say to your children concerning vaginal care, your daughters, and puberty. Now, Guided Fans is for fathers to sons, conversations on penis care and puberty. You're going to be we're launching those books on the same day of the flash sale, and each costs 3,000 naira each. So the 2 of them will cost you 6,000 naira to get. But here is the deal. The deal is that if you meet up with the flash sale, you get to get these guides free. You heard me. Coach, are you really sure? Yes. So we want you to actually get into the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro within that window with free, literally. In fact, we want to give back to you. Then that's not all. We also have a course called Walking Your Child Through Puberty. We created this course during the pandemic. And one of the things that this course did for parents is actually to be able to understand what it is that your child is going through and how to help them walk through during puberty only. So this course have sold for 30,000 naira over the years. We've made money, rinse and repeat on this course. But this year, I want to give this course free to you only if you can meet up with the flash sale. Remember that we said that the flash sale is between 12 noon and 2 p.m. If you meet up with it, you get access to these freebies. That is not all. Within the window of the flash sale, if you're registering more than 10 people, for instance, you're registering people from your child's school, you're registering people from your church, and you're registering as a group, you get a further 10% discount. You're wondering what this is about. We actually want you to have proper sex conversations with your children, not just the one that you just, throw out there, just say anything, or the one you assumed, or even the ones that your parents taught you, because our parents actually did a lot of wrong sex conversations. Now, you're wondering, so after this thing, what next? You will still get access to the 5-module course of Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Challenge, which is going to start on the tip on the 1st of July, right? 1st to 5th of July 2024. So after you get all these freebies, you still stay in that group, and then we will still bring you that access to that course. Even if you've attended this course before, trust me, it is nothing like you've seen before, because we've realized that sex conversations is very fluid. Every year, you get to share something, right, about sex differently. This year, we're doing 5 modules. We're going to be sharing with you on module 1 on understanding body safety. We're going to be doing introduction to body safety, what it is, why it matters, the 5 body safety rules. We're going to be telling you what that is, how to say no and seek help. We're going to be sharing with you worksheets that you're going to be using to actually have conversations with your child instantly. Even if you've not started this conversation before, even if your child is 2, the moment you attend one, or just the one, your conversation start, you start running, because that's how we work. Our courses are delivered with so much excellence. We are now going to still talk about communicating with your child about sex in the same module 1, where we're going to be talking about age appropriateness. What do you say to a 2-year-old? Do you know that there is age appropriate porn conversation even for your 2-year-old? Then we're going to be dealing with phrases you should never say to your child. When somebody touches you, come and tell me immediately. Do you know that that phrase can disempower your child? You're wondering how? I'll show you. When somebody don't allow somebody to touch your private part, do you know that that's very disempowering to your child? You're wondering how? I will tell you, right? Now, under that communication, you also, we're going to also be talking about listening and responding. How do you respond? Your child says something to you. How do you respond to it? We're also going to be working on module 2, empowering your child. So I'm not teaching alone. I have other coaches who are going to be teaching with me. Coach Tima, who is a girls coach, is going to be talking about empowering your child, and she's going to be talking about building self-esteem. There are 10 self-concepts when it comes to sex conversation: self-esteem, self-control, and 8 others. You want to come to class and you want to learn it. She's going to be talking about teaching assertiveness, encouraging independence, and gender-specific conversation. Mother and daughters, how do you actually have conversations on menstrual health, vaginal health, personal boundaries, and all of the rest? And then we move to module 3. Now, module 3 is going to be talking about how to handle conversations about LGBTQ. Do you know it's Pride Month? Yes, LGBTQ is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer community, and gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is gender confusion. A lot of our children are confused, right now, where there's a lot of confusion. I want to be a boy or girl. They are told that they can be anything. How do you begin to break this conversation? God forbid, that is not a strategy. Coach Ebuka is going to be sharing on this. Coach Ebuka is a boys coach, and he will be sharing on introducing LGBTQ issues, the terminology, the importance of this knowledge, understanding gender dysphoria. If your child experiences it, what are you going to do? Some of us, our children, are actually having gender dysphoria, and we don't know. And then she is also going to be addressing bullying, discrimination, and then he will be talking about why fathers and sons must have this conversation and why it's important. So addressing changes in the body, penis care, importance of pressure, and all of the rest of the things you need to learn. And then we have module 4, where we're going to be talking about creating safe and drug-free environment for your child. We're bringing the expert, the drug coach himself, David Foloremi, who will be taking us on how you can create home safety practices, how you can create safe online behaviors, how you can build a safety network, right? And also how you can also create drug-free lifestyles. And then we have the last module, which will be the 5th day, where I will be teaching recognizing touching and non-touching forms of sexual abuse. Do you know that there is a non-touching form of sexual abuse, and most of our children are not abused, are being abused by this kind of abuse? So I'm going to be teaching you how you will recognize this abuse, what you need to do, how to respond, if there's a need for legal, response and resources. Where do you get them? I'm going to be showing you all of that. The beautiful thing. Every single one of these conversations is coming with a worksheet. Do you need to pay again for it? Nah. All you need to do is pay $2.99 on Wednesday between 12 noon and 2 p.m. The moment you are able to get in to pay $2.999, right? You have all of these things that I've said. And the beautiful thing, you have access to these classes in the next 365 days. Are you really sure, coach? Yes. That is why I'm called Africa's #1 parent coach. It's not for naught. We give you value that is irresistible. We give you value that you can't even pay for. Most times, when people finish attending Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, they come back to us feeling guilty. I didn't pay enough. Can I pay something? Can I just, do something? Don't pay us. What we are asking you is avail yourself. Get this message out to everybody. Make sure that everybody gets to hear this, video. Share with your community. Share with your family and friends. Get them into the waitlist. See you on Wednesday, where we will do the announcement for the waitlist for the flash sale. Flash sale, right? Flash sale. Yes, the team said flash sale. Flash sale. So you pay $2.999 instead of 15,000 naira. Remember, after that flash sale, you pay 15,000 naira. And trust me, $15, $2.999, that's like $3. So if you miss paying the $3 on Wednesday, by Thursday, you get to pay us 15,000. And even if you pay 100,000, trust me, you'll be glad that you accessed these things. Thank you so much for joining us. See you on Wednesday. My name is Wendy Ologi, and I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. See you on Wednesday. Bye.